Meeting here.
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 Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings of May 30th, 2024 and June 6th, 2024.
Motion to approve those minutes.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Let's see, bid openings. There, bid opening for the traffic signal Indianapolis Boulevard Hammond Sportsplex. And it looks like there are one, two. The first one is from Milestone Contractors North from Griffith, Indiana. Yeah, we have a bid proposal. We have the Form 96. Bid bond. And the non-collusion affidavit. And the bid from Milestone Contractors is, I lose that page, so fast. $1,029,076.73. Does anybody, yeah, 1,000,000, would it be $29,076.73. Not the easiest number to read, but that's it. Any questions about that, or anybody need that read again? Okay. Moving on to the second one is from Reith Riley from Gary, Indiana. We have the Form 96. We have the bid proposal. The bid bond. And the non-collusion affidavit. And the bid proposal from Reith Riley is $1,224,496.48. Again, that's $1,224,496.48. That's it. Yeah. Forward to engineering. Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to forward this to engineering for review and tabulation by the consultants.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Easy. Nothing? Okay. Number 7, correspondence. Letter A, correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, requesting the approval of the retirement of Master Sergeant Philip Kazaya, who has served the citizens of Hammond for more than 30 years, effective the close of business on July 7th, 2024, and the resignation of Records Clerk Naomi Garcia, effective the close of business on June 16th, 2024.
Motion to approve Chief Short's request.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter B, correspondence received from Megan Flores, Controller, requesting the approval of the contract renewal with DebtBook Software.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter C, correspondence received from Reith Riley requesting alternating lane shifts on 169th Street from Southeastern to Northcott Avenue, starting June 21st, 2024 through July 26, 2024, to begin curb replacement and casting adjustments. Access to all homes and businesses will be maintained throughout the construction.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
This actually is part of the community grant, which is a 50/50 grant. It shouldn't take long, so it's basically a glorified overlay, adjusting to the castings and some of the curb work and handicap ramps upgrades. So I would recommend approval. Probably would take about 2.5 weeks.
Well, they got a
this,
month, look like
so-
a month schedule here.
So it looks like almost 5 weeks. It's not going to be that long. You're
I think they're being more
cautious?
cautious because
Okay.
of rain and so forth, and so they don't have to come back to the board and so forth.
We like caution.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, and no schools in session, so we're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, correspondence received from Paula Cunningham, Whiting Special Events, requesting permission to close streets for the annual 4th of July parade with attached route submitted for approval. No problem.
We are all,
We're all good.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, correspondence received from Elizabeth Silva requesting permission to close the west side of the 4400 block of Baltimore for their 4th of July block party.
How long are they doing it? What's the time?
See if it has one. Doesn't have signatures or anything. As long as it would be.
Wouldn't
I think it's 11.
think it's
10 by 11. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, as long as we contact her at that time frame.
Okay. Motion to approve, and if we could reach out to her and let her know the time frame. It should be shut down by 10, so it can be done by 11.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, correspondence received from Janda Taylor requesting permission to block off Tapper Street from the Field Street to Merrill Street on June 24th, 2024 for their Taylor family reunion / graduation party from 3 PM until 9 PM. This is the only one. At least, I think that's okay,
Motion to approve.
I second.
yeah. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter G, correspondence received from Jasmine Diaz requesting permission to block off the 4800 block of Pine Avenue on July 4th, 2024, from 3 PM until 10 PM with attached signatures. She has quite a few, so I think we're good.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, letter H, correspondence received from Felix Reyes requesting permission to block off the 200 block of Doty on July 4th, 2024 for a block party with signatures.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
Yes, I've been a resident in that block for 25 years. This is a tradition that was started by Judy Wall even before I moved there. It's our annual thing. We close off the street and just everybody gets together. So we understand it's got to be shut down by 10 o'clock. We're just asking for permission to do it. And the barricades, picnic tables, and the garbage cans be dropped off by Public Works.
Yeah, 5 picnic tables, 4 garbage cans, and 6 barricades? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Motion to approve and to forward to Public Works for follow-up.
And I second.
Thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 8, matters from board members?
No, sir.
Nothing? Okay. Number 9, new business, letter A, agreement to rehabilitate property at 5661 Soul Avenue and request to waive the bond submitted for approval.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning, Kelly.
We're willing to accept the waiver of that bond. The money would be better served in the rehab, and as long as they're calling in their inspections, we can follow along with them. I think it'll be a job that will be finished rather quickly.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Letter B, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 848 Truman, submitted for approval. Signed. You want to, good? Yeah. And do we need to set something just
Yeah.
prior to that September 7th date? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Motion to approve and to set for status for September the 5th, 2024.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter C, right-of-way permits received from engineering, submitted for approval.
Yes, we have one from NIPSCO, 6444 Columbia. They're upgrading a brand-new pole with the equipment, so I would recommend approval. I would imagine they would block off possibly the parking lane for time, day. So I would recommend approval.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, disposal authorizations received from the Hammond Police Department, submitted for approval.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E,
Yeah.
letter E, garage sale permits submitted for approval. They've had several there. Gotcha. So we'll open it. Let me look at the other ones. I know him.
I know him.
Yeah, I know him too.
Yeah. We're doing one on the Knickerbocker in Woodburn.
Did all these up.
Yes, they.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, we're gonna, yeah, accept that one, yeah.
Okay. Motion to accept the garage permits as submitted except for 1540 through 1543 Michigan. That one will be denied.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, agreement with New Focus HR for HR consulting services submitted for approval.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 10, old business, letter A, status request from Teresa Nava to place residential signage on the 2300 block of 167th Street.
Yes, we went through this, Dean and I looked at it. It seems like residents of Tanglewood has been parking in that particular area, hampering the residential parking, so him and I don't have any objection.
No, they send it to you after we okay it, yeah. Okay.
All right. Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter B, status request from Manuel Mundo to place residential signage on the 2800 block of 163rd Place. There's photos attached with that one also.
Yes, Dean and I also looked at this one. We recommend this due to the fact of there is some kind of business in that particular area, and I guess they've been parking in front of their house. So we would recommend approval.
Okay?
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter C, Aubrey Zelinka, Farmer Art Market, downtown Hammond. If she's not here, it looks like we don't need any action on that today. It's been taken care of. So we're gonna move on to letter D, late business license hearings, super sub, Kennedy Avenue. How you doing, sir? Could you step over to this one for me? Thank you. And give us your name.
Yes, good morning, Board. My name is Anthony Fenovis.
Good morning.
Good morning. And I'm a partner of Super Submarine and Key Pizza in Hammond.
Could you tell us what happened, why it's late?
Yeah, we respectfully apologize. I did send the fee through the mail, as I customarily have for the last few years. But what happened this time, my mistake, and I apologize, I didn't follow up to see if it went through. And we didn't, unfortunately, fell behind. At the business, we've really been slow. I've had to cover a lot of territory. We've had problems keeping staff. So I was spread a little more thin than normal. And I failed to follow up. But I apologize for that. But my solution is this, is from now on, I'm going in person. I'll bring the check and make sure if there's any issues or anything, we deal with them right there.
Okay.
All right.
What do you got to say, Nick?
It would appear that the last license for this property and business operation expired December 31st of '21. So we're here for 2022, 23, and 24 for a total of $915, which is license fees and late fees. It looks like prior to that, though, they did obtain their license on time for the years in operation. So it looks like they are registered with the Secretary of State with an active classification. And yeah, so from 2004 through 2021, they had a license on time up until 2021. So we're here for the past 3 years.
So you said you had an issue going through one time. What happened with the other 2 years?
What happened, it was sent in initially. I didn't follow up the first year. The second one, I didn't follow up either. It was just an issue of I was spread thin at the restaurant. And usually I'm on top of these things, but just with the circumstances, our business had declined, and we lost a lot of staff. It was pretty much me and 2 other employees running the shop, because we're open 7 days a week. And I just got spread thin, and I let some stuff go that I shouldn't have. And that's what I apologize for. That's what I was at fault with.
That would be okay. Nick, you have any objection if we, because they're all kind of lumped together, if we waive the late fees?
No.
You have an objection?
No.
Okay.
Motion to waive the late fees.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, sir, just make sure going forward, we only do this courtesy one time, so make
Okay.
sure you're not late again, okay?
All right, thank you. I'll do that in person and make sure it
Okay.
gets through.
Thank you very much. Please
All right, thank
do.
you, Board.
Okay.
Nick, can he take care of that today?
Yeah, you should be able to. If he waits till after the meeting to obtain the finding and decisions, from then I can make a new invoice for him to take up to the controllers and process the payment.
Okay. Moving on to letter E, late business license hearing for Electric Motor Services, 6350 Indianapolis Boulevard.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
My
Did you
name
get-
is Patty Sundin.
What was the first name?
Patty.
Patty, okay.
Yeah, the previous office manager had fallen ill in March of 2019. She was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. She worked remotely during chemo treatments and such like that. They hired me on in March of 22. We did some remote training, and subsequently she has passed away. I was not aware of the responsibility of the business license being new to an employee of Indiana until I got the letter in May of 23. So I'm asking for leniency on waiving the fees. We will pay all the back charges for all the licenses that weren't issued, and promptly take care of that going forward and never have it happen again.
Yeah, so it looks like the last valid license this business operation maintained expired June 30th of 2018. So we are here for 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 for a total of 18, 15. Not sure if the board maybe consider a recommendation to forward it to Smith Sursick to negotiate a settlement for the outstanding fees owed. It may be more beneficial for the business operation. That would
Yeah.
be my official recommendation.
Ma'am, I think because there's so many years that it hasn't been paid, we're going to forward it to Smith Sursick, and then you can work out some kind of an agreement with them as far as what's gonna be paid. Because that's too many years for us to make a decision
understand.
today. So we're gonna forward it to Smith Sursick. You can contact them, and you guys can work out some kind of agreement, okay? Okay.
Motion to forward to Smith Sursick for
I
follow-up.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to number 11, letter A, rental registration hearings for 836 through 38 Mulberry. How you doing, sir?
Hello, how you doing?
Could you give us your name?
My name is Alex Briseño.
Okay. Tell us what happened.
To be honest with you, I do work a lot. I just lost track of time. There's no really any excuse. I'm kind of new to this rental stuff, so this is like my second year actually being registered. So I just lost track of time and turned in the paperwork late.
Yeah, so it is, he is a new owner to the property. He occupies the front unit, and then a tenant, I believe he inherited the tenant that's in the rear. We were here last year in front of the board, in which the board waived the late fees for 22 and 23 respectively, as it was his first attempt at registering. So we're here for 24 now.
His first attempt, so then we let him know last year that it was due.
On May
Is that correct?
18th of 23, yep.
So you said you're new, but we dealt with this last year, so how?
Right, and I'm not disagreeing with that. It's my mistake, honestly. just lost track of time. And that I tried registering it before, and because of past, whoever owned it before, it was like maybe like 10 years behind. And that's why I came up here, because it was beyond my means to pay it. And this year, again, I just lost track of time. There's no really excuse.
Does have the board, we haven't had any issues out of the property. It's complied with inspections and, you know, doing things that we requested for the property to be occupied as a rental, but I do hope he understands that if a waiver is granted, it will not be in the future.
I agree.
Okay, sir, you understand that part, right?
Yes.
If we waive it again today, that's 2 times in 2 years. I can assure you it won't happen again. Good thing you wore the Cubs shirt, that helps your cause. I can tell you that for sure.
disagree with you.
So that's gonna be our recommendation today, but you have to make sure it doesn't
Yes.
happen again, okay?
Thank you.
Motion to waive the late fee.
And I second.
Appreciate it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You wanna wait till after the meeting, you can pay the $5. Okay, moving on to letter B, 6429 Kennedy Avenue and 6431 Kennedy Avenue. Okay. 3 rentals.
Yeah, this one's.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Could you give us your name, please?
Isabel
Okay, your last name?
Castillo.
Okay. Can you tell us what happened?
Happened with my mom is very, very sick, and this time, December, she's going to the hospital. And I'll be there 1 month for, and I don't have a family with, and be stay there with them. And I'm confused what the time need to come in for pay my stickers.
Well, it's the same every year. It's January 1st through April 15th. 3.5 months, quite a long time. So make sure you make note of that, January
Yeah,
1st.
but my mom she said that I'm having a lot of stuff. This only and this time, and this time I'm getting the for my baby's daughter for I need to I'm grandma and I'm having 2 kids, but look, there's a lot of stuff for me. So
Ms. Castillo, do you own the property or does your mom? You own the property?
she's my home. She's sick.
Who owns this property? You
Oh, this
own
mine. This me.
Okay.
This mine. But
Okay.
I'm explaining there for my mom's sick, and I'm not having a lot of stuff. Do you know having transfer for speak Spanish? It's more
Up
better
here.
for me.
Hold on 1 second.
They can get all my yours.
Can we move to another one?
Absolutely,
And I
yeah.
get somebody.
Ma'am, have a seat. We'll come back to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to letter C, 518 Highland, 219 Wildwood, 4150 Torrance, and 523 Detroit. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Could you give us your name, please?
Twyla Crampo.
Okay. Can you tell us what happened?
Yes, I can. My husband fell March 30th and has been in and out of the hospital and nursing home. Matter of fact, he's in the nursing home again right now. He handles all the bills. I do not. We've only been married a short time. And I didn't know about it. And with him being in the hospital, I had no clue this was even due. So whenever he told me about it, I came in to pay it, but it was after the 15th. But that's when he told me. He told me on the 17th about it.
Okay. Any problems, Nick?
We have him listed as the owner since 2011 for 2 of the properties, 2013 for the 3rd. There was previous collection action in 2014, and then the board did waive a late fee in 2019 for each property address.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
But that's otherwise it's been registered on time previously.
Good. Yep.
Okay, ma'am, going forward, you have to make sure that
Oh, I
somebody
will.
pays it, okay?
Yes, now that I know about it. And you said that can be paid between January 1st and 15th of April, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Motion to waive the late fee.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very
ma'am.
much.
You can pay at the end of the meeting.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to letter D, 2712 Cleveland and 2822 Cleveland.
Priscilla
morning.
Abed Perez, good morning.
Can you give us your name, please?
Priscilla Abed Perez.
Okay. Tell us what happened.
I was in Arizona, my granddaughter had surgery on her knee and she wasn't able to go back. She had a doctor's appointment on May 1st
Okay,
and she was she was able to go back to work, so we were able to leave Arizona.
okay.
They're the only owners of record, and we're here for 2024 and have registered on time for previous years.
Motion to waive the late fee.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can you have the seat? Yes.
Back to Kennedy.
This is Cleveland, right?
Kennedy
Yeah.
did the-
Okay, we're gonna go back to 6429 Kennedy and 6431 Kennedy.
So just a few things for this property address. Initially, the previous owner who sold the property in 2014 to the current owners registered it as a 3-unit residential apartment, and it had 2 commercial units. So then in 2015, there was only a single rental unit registered, labeled as West, and then the property was not registered in 2016 or 17. There was an appeal form attached to the 2018 rental registration that was accepted and processed. However, there's no evidence in our system that a late fee appeal hearing was held, nor that the property was sent to collection, so the years of 2016 and 17 are still outstanding. In 2019, the property was registered with 2 rental units, and then 7416 California is the owner's home address, which was purchased in 17, sold in 20, so potential for living there was for 3 years. And then, so they put themselves listed as occupying the 3rd unit at this property on rental registrations between 2018 and current, and then 3 rental units with 1 owner occupied were registered from 2022 through 2023. Now, they do have another address listed on the request form, and so I would just want to make sure that the homestead tax exemption that is applied to this property is removed, so she could complete this, finish filling this out, because there's homesteads being claimed now in Kennedy, as well as their other property address, which is their primary resident. So it would be my recommendation to send the property to collections, or Kevin Smith's office, to negotiate an arrangement, as we still have those 2 years outstanding and there may be units owed throughout, as they registered themselves as occupying one of the units, and with the other addresses involved, I don't believe that, so.
We agree, that seems like a lot to unravel.
Yeah.
Can you let her know that we're going to be forwarding this to Smith Sursick? She will be in contact with them, and they can work out some kind of price to pay for all the years, because we don't know exactly if she lived there, if she didn't. There's too many things to unravel.
Dicen que le van a mandar a colecciones, porque tiene muchos años que no pueden,
You
no
give them a
coinciden
card?
con todo lo que
Give them a
está pagando de renta o cobrando para renta. Así que le van a mandar al abogado para que vean, y también tiene que llenar este formulario porque está agarrando sus impuestos rebajados en las 2 propiedades y nomás le debe tener nomás en una.
En 2 propiedades, como 2 propiedades.
Okay. Y aquí está el comisionario de las rentas, puede mandarle por medio de
She
correo electrónico.
contacts them, Nick. they
I'll
contact her.
I'll create the file, the property record file, send over to Kevin Smith's office, and once I do that, I'll notify her that she can contact the office to start discussions with Attorney Smith.
8 años.
Can you make sure she heard that part?
Yeah, so once I get the file created, the property record file, and I'll email that to Attorney Smith's office, and then I'll notify her we'll give her a call, let her know she can contact them to start discussing
Él
the
va a hacer
arrangement.
una expediente y la va a mandar para el abogado y entonces él le va a avisar a usted que el expediente ya está listo con el abogado para que pueda comunicarse con ellos y para pagar las multas.
¿Multas de qué?
Sí, de la propiedad porque no lo ha registrado como rentado. Tiene unos años que no registró.
Ahí estaba viviendo, hace tres
Sí, pero tiene otras habitaciones donde no registró. ¿Cuántas,
son
cuántas unidades?
dos, y en la que yo vivía eran tres.
So she's asking about that she lived there.
Yeah,
So she lived there, she had an owner occupied, but the other units weren't registered. She's just trying to understand why.
Right, what we have years outstanding for 2016 and 17. There was an appeal form attached, but there was no hearing held. And they were allowed to register for 18, which is why they probably got away with 19, 20 in the subsequent years. So.
No registró el 2016-17 y entonces por una razón registró el 18 sin que se dieron cuenta del 17 y 16 y 17. Así que por eso tiene eso en colecciones, por eso le va a mandar al abogado.
¿Y este abogado viene de ellos?
Sí, es el abogado de la ciudad.
De la ciudad.
Sí.
Y con ellos son los con los que voy a,
Va a negociar
con
sí.
ellos.
Nomás
Okay.
que quiero que sepa que tiene que registrar sus propiedades en cuanto inicie el año hasta el día 15 de abril, así que tiene 4 meses y medio para registrar sus propiedades.
Pero ¿cómo registrarlas? No entiendo. Los stickers los he estado pagando, he estado registrando, que son 2, donde yo vivía. Ahorita ese, donde yo me salí, todavía no ha sido.
Can we do this? Can we, the
Yes.
meeting's almost, then he can meet with you
Yes.
two and kind of explain it better?
Okay,
If
entonces
that's
vamos a
okay.
explicar porque van a seguir con la junta.
I know she's got a lot of questions, I
Yes.
can tell, so it's maybe better if you guys
Yes.
just speak.
Okay, we'll do. Ahí
Okay.
está.
Thank you,
We'll be
Hammond.
right with you then, okay?
So wait
Okay.
downstairs. I'll go
Okay,
down.
thank you. Okay, letter E, 6342 Jefferson.
Oh, sorry, we need a motion to refer that last matter to Smith Sursick.
Oh, I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sorry about that, no, that was my bad too. Moving on to letter E, 6342 Jefferson Avenue.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Jason Ramirez.
Good morning, Mr. Ramirez. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, I mailed the check out in April 1st with the form, but you guys still haven't received it, and I still haven't gotten a check that from my bank that it was cashed. So I'm not sure where it's at.
Okay,
You know?
any problems?
We have them listed as the owner since 2020. We're only here for 24, and they were registered on time previously.
And just for clarification, there is 4 units?
That's what has been registered in the
I
past.
have 4 units.
Yep.
Right now, one's vacant, so I only registered 3. I mean, on the form that I sent out.
Technically, if the fourth one is vacant, okay, then he wouldn't technically have to pay the $5. However, he would have 30 days from the time a lease is signed to then register it, and if he doesn't do it within those 30 days, then the late fee gets assessed.
Gotcha.
So typically, owners just, they
Yeah, do you
pay the
intend to
$5.
rent it this year?
Yeah, I do.
So I think what he's saying is you're better off just paying the
doing all
$5 if you're gonna
Okay.
rent it.
Well, I didn't
That
know
way-
because I know you have to put somebody's name on it, so that's why.
He can list it as vacant and then provide a tenant update form at no cost.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Okay.
It's better.
Motion to waive the late fee.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. Last but not least, letter F, 7438 Jackson. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. My name is Lacey Welch.
Good morning, Ms. Welch. Can you tell us what happened?
So I have a very sick elderly mother who my brother and I take care of, and my brother suddenly passed on March 3rd, which then left me with solely taking care of her and his 4 teenagers. Then their fate had to be decided. So I was very much wrapped up in the passing of my brother and still trying to figure out who's going to take care of his children long term.
Well, first of all, the board is very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And Nick, has there been any other problems?
Last year, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Just listed under the ownership of Terry Welch, that is the only owner of record, and the only other time they were late was last year. On July 6th, the board did waive the late fee for this property address, but
Circumstances.
yes.
That was the first year I had come in to register it, and like the last person said, they would not let me register it until I had a lease, and I was not made aware of that 30-day timeline. So last year, it was ignorance. This year, it was just a circumstantial.
You're fine, you've been through a lot. Just know going forward,
Yep.
January 1st, April 15th, just make sure you come in and pay it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Motion to waive the late fee.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okey dokey.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Okay, the meeting's now open to the public. Anybody have anything they'd like to say? Come on up, ma'am. Lodestone, nice. Hi, could you give us your name?
Sure. My name is Nancy Stolman.
Okay,
I'm a broker with Remax Realty in Munster, Indiana. I live in Whiting. I have clients who are very much interested in purchasing the property at 1933 Maiden Lane. It's a lakefront property on Wolf Lake. There's been dating back to, and maybe Nick could speak to this property, an agreement to rehab the property located at that address, signed in, not signed, but dated April 21st, April 13th, 2021. The broker who has this property listed has put in his remarks, the property has a demolition lien from the city and Hammond will not be released by closing. That's his wording. Property will need to be completed by the new owner to have the demolition lien removed. Please see private remarks. He has no private remarks. Just going by the Board of Public Works agreement to rehab, it says that this agreement is between that owner, Land County Trust P 5215, and the Board of Public Works and Safety, and is non-transferable. So I am trying to do some due diligence for my buyers who are very much interested in spending almost $300,000 to acquire this property, and they want to know, can we finish it? Can we build a garage? There seems to be some discrepancy in the address even of the property. So maybe this is not the forum, but since I have that agreement with the board, I thought I would start here for them.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The demo lien is for a house that had a fire and was demolished because of that. That had caused damage to the house that was rehabbed. Mr. Youngheim had this property for some time. We had dragged it through here for a couple of years, actually. It did get to the point of the outside is looks rather nice. My understanding is the inside is still gutted and has not been finished.
Correct.
So the rehab agreement would have to be put into whoever's hands now owns the property. It's been going through several people, several times.
Correct. They have not purchased it yet
Okay.
because they want to know what they're walking into, of course, because it's going to take almost $300,000 to get the two properties, plus they're going to have to totally rehab the blue house that's there now.
Correct, correct.
And there are some other issues, again, about he's marketing as 1933 Maiden Lane. In the rehab agreement, there is no 1933 Maiden Lane. They call it something else. So
This
it's a
house-
whole,
These properties actually had 3 different addresses. We ended up with 1933 Maiden Lane through Brian Poland and Planning Department, combining the addresses into something that could be recognized as one address, one home. So 1933 Maiden Lane is what we are recognizing it as now. So we have absolutely no problem with someone buying it and finishing the rehab. They have to be done by licensed contractors. And I believe, for our knowledge, we'd have to have another demo inspection, a report, and a rehab agreement, just as in any other demo, knowing that the outside property has been done with contractors, and is in actually pretty good shape. So we have no problem going forward. We just need whoever's going to buy it to know that they'll have to finish the rehab and sign the rehab agreement and go through that process.
okay. The rehab agreement,
Can I interrupt for one
I'm
second?
sorry.
Have you talked to Kevin about this? Because we know Kevin's handling this situation.
Not first I'm hearing of a new purchaser, but we have had
Again,
several
he
people
hasn't
that have bought
purchased,
it.
they haven't purchased yet.
No, and we've been in that situation several times now where people were going to buy it for whatever reason. That seems to be
I know it's been a few times, I know that
Yes.
for sure, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, from my understanding, there were buyers who wanted to get construction loans to finish it, and it just didn't happen. It has to be a straight-up cash purchase because of the condition of the property.
That's why I'm wondering if there should be a conversation between you two and Kevin, because I know Kevin's aware of it and he's working on it, I know that for sure. So he might have more information than we have here
Yeah,
today.
I'm willing to meet with whomever. I just started here because I had this agreement,
I
which was
gotcha.
through the Board of
Yeah,
Public
well,
Works.
Kelly and Kevin are the two that you need to speak with for
Okay,
sure.
all right.
So maybe we can set something up with her, Kelly, if you could.
Yes.
Is that good enough, ma'am?
That's fine, yes,
Okay,
it's a starting point.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much, thank
yes,
you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
You're welcome. Okay. The meeting is still open to the public. Anybody else have anything to say? Okay, good.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor, say